11 minutes late. You know what? Creative differences. I think we're going to have to call the friendship quit.
Cut it, man. This is it. This is the final straw. All those chicken nuggets at 1 a.m. meant nothing.
Oh, man. Don't be bringing back.
Dude.
Back when you could get 5 chicken nuggets for
a dollar.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
We used to be a country.
That was the time where we would go to the Wendy's to get dinner, because you would think we'd been out doing cool things, but really we'd been making role-playing game characters until 11 o'clock at night, and then we would drive to Wendy's and order like a cool 80 chicken nuggets, and they'd be like, you have to pay before we make these for you.
My favorite was still that one time we ordered 80 chicken nuggets, and they said they don't come in orders of 80, and so we had to do the math on the fly.
Like, can I get 8 10 pieces or 16? No, they didn't have 5 pieces.
No, they didn't even have a 10-piece at the time.
Yeah. So we were both like,
we
were
just
car,
like, can we get 25 pieces or something?
It's a 6-piece, so 6 times 10 is 60, and then maybe 3 more, 4 more. Can we get 14 orders of chicken nuggets, please?
We were so far from being the popular kids.
Yeah.
That the idea, like, our parents were never concerned about us leaving in the middle of the night because they knew in our wildest dreams we could not come up with anything bad to do.
Yeah. Yeah. If we left the house, they're like, well, they're probably, it's either food or they're going for their 4th walk of the day through the neighborhood.
My favorite part
is
talking with my parents, and they had no idea we were leaving at 1 a.m. Like, we weren't subtle. We were just walking out of the front door.
Just like carrying swords to walk around your neighborhood. Just not, I don't know how they slept through anything, man. Because that was also when we'd be like, let's go sit in the hot tub for 2 hours and drink the worst soda on the planet.
Black cherry Fresca.
Yes.
Awful.
It was so bad, but the nice part about it is that you would take a sip and go, wow, this is terrible, and then not drink it for a bit. And so 1 can would get you through like a cool hour and a half of just hot tubbing. Hello, and welcome back to 6th Street Underground, a Zenless Zone Zero podcast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever-wonderful co-host, Brian.
Hi.
Hi, Brian. What's up, man? You were ready to go this time.
Hi.
Good luck, future Eric. You have to edit this.
I drank a lot of coffee.
Yeah, man. I just finished my 2nd cup. I'm so excited.
Oh God, I tried to give a good slurp sound and I just expectorated hot.
Oh no.
All right, cut the episode. I gotta go to the burn ward.
Too hot.
Speaking of burn wards,
yes,
Cissia came out.
Hello, Cissia.
She's got nothing to do with burn wards.
She's got nothing to do with burn wards, except that she's super hot.
Yeah,
like because she's from the outer ring, so it's like it's warm out there. You know, it's because she's like, you know.
Actually, she's cold blooded.
She's cold blooded, so she likes to be hot. Cissia's out. Have you?
Well, no, but then we had the part during the hot pot event where she overheated.
She doesn't. Yeah, where she got. They're doing some real fun kind of biology jazz with what snakes can do. It kind of feels like I once heard that George R.R. Martin had never actually seen a horse in real life before he started writing horses in his books, and so he had to like do research or make things up. It kind of feels like the devs were like, I've never dealt with a snake, but I've got some ideas about what snakes can do. So
what
we're
are
gonna
things
run
snakes
with
can
that.
do? They're like they can overheat easily and they can sense ether.
Yeah. Do they care about warm or cold? I don't know. They get too hot. They can smell ether particles. They do not have bones.
They love eggs.
They got long tongues and love eggs. And that's pretty much snakes. How was your Cissia journey? I'm going to ask the question knowing the answer. Did you decide to roll for Cissia?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah, and that's the podcast.
Yep.
She
Cut, print, send to the editor. Yeah, no, I got lucky. I got Rena and Cissia on the same poll.
Ooh.
So I hit hard pity, or I hit pity, or I hit 50-50, lost the pity, but also didn't lose the pity because at the same time that I lost 50-50, I got Cissia. So
that's awesome.
It's a good time all around.
That's exciting. I've had the absolute worst luck with rolls these past couple of characters. Not only have I lost, I think, the last 5 50-50s in a row, or 4, the last couple, somebody pays more attention than me can probably tell it. But it's not like, oh, you got 20 rolls in and lost pity. It's like you were at 87 rolls and got grace. It's like, okay, cool, have fun. Good luck. And you're like, well, maybe just 10 more. And you put 10 more in and you don't get anything but Anton.
I'm familiar with pity, but what's it mean when you get grace?
So when you get grace, it's the thing you have to do before your rolls. Everyone closes their eyes and you think about how good the corn you're about to eat is going to be.
I do like corn.
The older I get, the more I like corn. Is that weird? This is a good podcast.
Did you not like corn before?
I used to not like corn because I had braces. And corn and braces is hellish. But now I will, dude, I'll go to town on some corn.
There's so much opportunity for a Warhammer joke, but you're not familiar with it, so I can't.
Brian, make it, and then I'll insert a laugh track, and the one listener who also plays Warhammer.
It's really funny. Just you said corn and hellish, and he's the blood god. And
okay, all right.
Have you ever had salt on watermelon?
This is the worst episode. Okay, y'all, let me peel back the curtain a little bit for why this tangent got left in the episode. Brian and I, this time of year is crazy for both of our work stuffs. And so we, like the next, was it 3 weeks? One or both of us are out of the state and or country. So we are recording very early. What that means is a couple of things. One, it means that we're going to talk about some of the current stuff, and we're also just going to kind of reflect on some of the current some of the in-game modes and changes and some stuff as we start thinking about version 3 coming out. It also means there is a very real, probably 100% chance that a special program comes out in the next week or two, and we will not be able to record an episode on it. Which means if you want to talk about the special program, I highly encourage you to jump into our Discord. There's usually pretty good chat and buzz that comes up as the special program.
Join our Discord.
Join the Discord.
Popular.
It's in the show notes below. But I just wanted to, if you're like, hey, these guys, this episode came out and there's a bunch of things that they just didn't mention. That's because it is currently Monday.
And now back to the present.
So back to corn chat. Do you prefer it on the cob or pre-stripped?
So I had something recently. You ever had corn ribs?
No. What's a corn ribs?
It's basically you you cut the cob, but a little farther towards the grabby bits.
Yeah. So it stays as a platter, a sheath?
Basically, it's you literally make ribs out of the corn, and because when you cook it, it kind of bends a little. Ooh. It's completely unnecessary, and I would only do it if someone else prepared it because you're this is too much effort for what you get out of it. But anyway,
that sounds dope.
All of that talk about snacks. Let's talk about snakes.
Let's talk about snakes. Let's talk about Cissia.
I like her.
I've
strong.
played with her a little bit. I've played around a little bit. She is way stronger than I thought she would be. And she's one of those characters that I think she's more complicated than like what usually happens with stunners or supports, where there's a whole bunch of kit, and then the actual way you play them is you use their EX skill and switch again. But she's not as complicated as it looks when you read her kit.
Yeah, thank God, because I've learned I've always known I'm not good at fighting games.
Okay.
And every time ZZZ dips into the fighting game territory, like with Banyue or the Angels, where like they actually need you to combo, it immediately falls apart. I'm just like, nope, can't do it, not good.
Yeah. She feels reactive in a way that's a little bit more like an anomaly character. Like, I know she's an attacker, but like the management of meters and like it being less about a rotation and more about like where you swap her in and just like managing her energy and
what I like about her is that baked into her kit is the fun thing that Yanagi gets when you're running Hollow Zero, where she flies up into the sky and then like superhero lands,
and you can like steer it and target where you want it to go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is literally just the thing that they were like, Yanagi's fun when she does this. They're like, what if we just made a character that did it?
So is she creeping up in your list of like favorites towards Yanagi, or is Yanagi still king of the pile?
I mean, Yanagi is still number one in my heart.
Yeah.
It's in a very weird spot because I found out that my Yanagi, her disk drives suck, and I have to go back and like fix them.
Yeah.
Because after putting them on the internet, and I was like, oh yeah, that was still early on when I wasn't investing a ton, and I just got the main stat. But it's a weird point where I've heavily invested in the Sanbi team.
Yes.
And like that's just a solid team.
Yep.
The Cissia team is good, but also Yanagi. So
what's your? I don't think either of us have seed, and Cissia currently is like.
All right,
Brian, you have seed. That? Did you get seed, Brian? Did you decide to roll for both these banners, or have you had seed for a while?
Nope.
Oh,
just got
Brian. Oh, Brian. How's your account looking? I mean, to be fair, you did win her on like 6 rolls into a series. So you probably had some leftover funds to drop on seed. I'm trying to give you an out here, Brian. How's your account looking, man?
It looks good. I got Cissia.
How are you feeling about Billy coming up?
I don't need him.
I'm not thinking about it.
Can't get him.
I don't need it.
I can't pull for him. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're running her with seed then, and I hear she's there are non-seed teams. She can kind of be just like piggybacked by Dialin. She plays well with, and then like Trigger plays pretty well with her. And then like it's actually kind of nice. Like I think her best support that's not a stunner is Astra. So it's kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, Astra Yao is still relevant. She hasn't been completely supplanted. An attacker came out and she wants Astra Yao. But her ult is good enough that she does benefit pretty well from Dialin on the team. Or you run her with seed, which it sounds like is what Brian's been. So you've been building 2 characters. You've been busy.
Yeah. I ran out of level up materials for the first time in like over a year. It turns out leveling 2 characters to 60 in one go is a strain on your account.
I did that recently too, and I'm trying to remember who it was for. But I got 2 characters at once, and then like I spent the next couple of weeks once they were built farming level up materials, which is not something I usually do. Like
that's what I've been doing. Is I don't know how.
Yeah,
I already had enough lightning chips.
Okay, have you been using lightning as your like store promoter, or are you just been,
so I had been doing that for a while, but like I think what was happening is I kept forgetting I had enough for like one character.
Yeah.
And so I just kept getting more because when I didn't even have to convert. Like I straight up just had like 400 or 500 of the like top tier electric chips.
Is
so
that
I
your
could,
like Is that your default if you're like, I don't want to play today, but I need to burn my energy? Let me just go grab these real quick and move on. 'Cause that's what I do.
Yeah, that my default is that I will just grab up some element of chips because those are the ones that like are the hardest.
I started doing that for level up materials after that one time so that I never have that problem again.
Yeah, I was gonna say that now I am just getting level up materials because I hit that point and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then also farming 2 full sets of disk drives.
Because they use the same set, right? They're both using the same. I know Cissia's best set is the one that's like auto attack. Well, no, I take that back. If you're using Cissia without seed, her best set is seed set. But if you're using her with seed, her best set is, I don't remember. You might know.
I don't know.
I can Google it real quick.
But yeah, no, I burned up all of my auto combat
Astral Voice
batteries.
Yeah. Wow. I need to do that. Mine, I've been sitting on a horde of these things. I might just sit down one day and just like max out a character. Astral Voice. If you're running her with seed, she likes Astral Voice.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. I
just like build her out.
But both of them just have fully maxed out auto attack.
Perfect. That also works. That's the more flexible set. Is the Dawn's Bloom auto attack set. I want to talk a little bit about how to play her. But before that, I do have, this is my conspiracy theory, and I'm putting it out here right now. Because everyone's been like, before she launched, there was a lot of doom posting about how she's only made for Siege. She's not going to be very good. And then she came out, and everyone's like, oh, actually, maybe the devs were right to make this character like this. And she is good. She's really good with Seed, but she's also pretty good on her own.
She's going to be really good with Severian.
That's my theory. My theory is that Severian's going to come out as a quick swap like defender or support who cares about electro attackers. The same way she cares about having another electric character on her team. That's my
Severian
theory.
Comes out and he's just a better Seth in every way.
That would be kind of cool, actually. Just that's like a cooler charge blade. I think she's setting us up for Severian to come out, but I could be wrong. Okay, so let's try to piece together all the neat things you can do with this character, because there are some techs you can do with Cissia. She cares about building up Venom. Electric Bone, Venom. What's it called? She makes Venom.
Well, she has 2.
For Corrode Bone. That's the one.
Yeah, okay. She has Venom. She applies Venom and then corrodes Bone.
Yes. And so it's all about just trying to get those stacks up and then either dumping them during a stun window or just purging them because you've got the energy. I do appreciate that, unlike Miyabi or Yuzuha, she can't overcap on her Venom stacks from using different skills, because if she's at full Venom and you get another charge, it just triggers one Corrode Bone instantly, like off cooldown. So that's nice. Kind of nice. You can't stop paying attention and accidentally waste an entire EX special because you were already full of energy or whatever. Otherwise, she triggers Venom every 5 seconds. It's essentially a dot, but it's a dot triggered from the character versus on the enemy, which is much more end game friendly for modes like Shiyu Defense, where you don't want to waste, like if you apply a dot to an enemy, a minor enemy, and they die, then all the extra stacks of dot just disappear. But because the dot's on her instead, it's just triggering.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's a little bit more friendly. And she, like as any other good quick swap character, she's really good at, like, you go out there, you dump her energy, you dump her abilities, you switch back off again and profit. And then in the process, she's like giving huge bonuses to your team. Like if she has Venom, your entire team gets 40% more crit damage and she gets 50%. And that lasts until first 30 seconds after it's depleted. It's an insane, like it's just a flat 40% crit damage buff for your whole team.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I enjoy the moments where, like, in game she's not the strongest character.
Yeah.
Or like in story she's not the strongest and she's kind of afraid.
Yeah.
But then, like, actually mechanics wise she's like out there like just power cleaning 500 pounds. She's just like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Hit me? Fat chance.
Well, it's such a great character design for her too, because like if you look at your result damage numbers, her numbers are going to be really high. But because most of her damage is triggered from her dot or triggered from like it just is flat out buffing your entire team, it's kind of sneaky damage, if that makes sense. Like she's not upfront powerhouse nuking. I mean, she can with her spear drop, but most of it's like a snake. It's like this trickling damage behind the scenes, and then she comes out every now and then, does a big strike, and then leaves again. I learned this morning because I was watching some videos that there is a reason to use tap EX special versus hold EX special, because I did not realize. Like I was like, why can I do both of these things? It seems like they do the same thing.
Oh, what is the difference?
If you have just enough energy to use EX special, you just tap it. It generates. Let me make sure I'm looking at the numbers right. She just does a big strong attack. If you've got extra energy, you can hold it to deplete down that extra energy to do extra strikes. That generate. So when you use it, you get 3 venom, but every 20 additional energy you use, you can gain 1 more venom, up to 60 energy. So if you're almost full or full on energy and you just hold EX special, you can generate a full bar. You can generate 6 stacks of venom off of 1 EX special, and it looks fresh. Then, and this is important, right after using her EX skill in either hold or tap form, if you just tap attack, she'll use her 4th basic attack, and her 4th basic attack generates a venom. So you can instantly max out your bar and then proc an additional one from just holding the EX special and then tapping attack once. Then it will also trigger a quick assist. So then you do that 4th attack and then you hit quick assist, switch back to seed, and pop off. You good, bud?
Huh?
This is what I get excited about, is kit mechanics, man.
You lost me.
Yeah. Hold EX special when you've got lots of energy. Tap attack once before you switch back to seed. And you'll do good things. It'll be good.
Speaking of seed.
Yes.
Everyone knows about her feet.
Mm-hmm.
But that girl really flaunts her butt, too.
It's all the way out there, man.
Like, the amount of, like windscreens where she's just fully, just bent over. I'm just like, okay, girl.
Is it touche? Is that the America's Next Top Model phrase? She's touche in your boosh.
Touche to boosh.
Yeah, she's out there, man. Seed is cool. I thought about rolling for her.
I'm happy I got her because I liked her when she first came around, because I did like Seed Jr., like just the full mech. Mm-hmm. Like he kind of scratches the same itch that Banyue does of just this cool, beefy
He's like a
mech
cool guy. Yeah.
And like most of Seed's animations are just him like flying
punching
around, like hitting stuff. Like if you're ever actually just like auto attacking with Seed, you're doing it wrong. Maybe it seems like you're doing it wrong
for the most. I mean, especially if you're running a quick swap team like that, where you really want to be, because of the way Cissia builds off of energy, she cares about energy, right? Like to the point where you can, to get the most out of her buffs, you want to get
what was it? It's 1.4 energy regen.
Yeah, like you want to stack a bunch of energy for her. Anyway,
I overshot that by a bunch. I'm close to like 4.
Jeez. Yeah. To fully max out Cissia, you want about 3.68 energy, I believe. It's energy disc 6, and then probably an energy weapon as well. And that's okay too, because like we just said, like because she gets so much value out of dumping extra energy, and she generates energy so quickly, you can pretty safely dump an EX special outside of the stun window and still have enough to do a big nuke during stun window. But the way those two play together, if one of them's doing their thing, and Seed's animations are long enough that by the time Seed gets done using the whole full hold attack missiles plus launching punch, the punch is very satisfying. The big punch.
Yeah.
Then you switch to Cissia, drop all Cissia's stuff, and then she triggers quick assist right back to seat again, and then every now and then you swap over to whoever you're running with that team. Is it? Do you know who runs with that team? Is it Suna, or is it Astro? Who are you running on that team, man?
I've been running her with Trigger just because, but I don't actually know if like Trigger's like that good on the team.
Okay.
Like other than just like she's just generally a good character.
Yeah, Trigger gives that extra defense shred, which they both enjoy. I do think like if you're aiming for stun, Cissia becomes a stunner if you've got a bunch of electric units, because she gets like up to 40% increased stun damage on some of her attacks, if like counting off of the number of when there are 1 or 2 electric characters in her squad, the days dealt by Corrode Bone increases by 40%, up to 60% if you have 2 other electric units on the team. So if you're running a triple Electro, just triggering her Corrode Bone attack is 60% stun, and you can kind of run a double attacker, no stunner attack comp, which is wild. I would not be surprised if we start seeing more characters that have days scaling in their kit when they're not stunners. Because stunner characters have become the new power creep, and they keep having all these like support level buff effects and stuff. That's my theory. Cissia seems like a lot of fun, man, and I love her character to death.
Yeah,
she's great. Still waiting for that voice actor announcement. Anytime now, it's coming.
They really killed it with Cissia.
She's so fun.
Speaking of killing it, should we talk about the current event going on? The old friends, new commissions.
Let's talk about it, and I'm going to hamstring you immensely to say I've only done the first stage. Because I thought it was going to take a long time. I was like, because the intro felt like a lot of build up, and I was like, wow, are they going to do this for every stage? This is going to take forever.
This one is very much a building up to something.
Okay.
Because the story itself doesn't actually get resolved.
Yeah. Okay. But it's like setting up.
I mean, because you did the first one.
Yeah.
Where like you're contracted. You do you're with
Lycone,
Victoria housekeeping, and you find that like ether control,
like lure,
the most recent MacGuffin.
We should just make an episode collecting all the MacGuffins we've experienced.
But yeah, so and then like Promea's there,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, what's going on? And like the rest of the whole event is like basically the whole event is just setting up that something is going on within Tops.
Okay, interesting. So really setting up for Promea's chapter coming up soon.
Yeah, they're setting up for Promea's chapter, because the whole thing, like, nothing really gets resolved, because later on they're like, oh, like something's going on with Tops, there's infighting, there's like things are leaking, like there is issue within Tops, and that's where the story ends. It's just like nothing really gets resolved.
I like that. I hope Promea doesn't resolve it either. I hope like enter Top's struggle and Top's like becoming a threat is like one of the main through lines of narrative for season 3.
Like it definitely like feels kind of like what we talked about, where like you have the big 3 houses who are going full in on like, what if we just destroy the world?
Yeah.
And then like Krampus is going to be in a point of like, at what point is it no longer, are you no longer able to salvage Tops?
Yeah. Like
if the point of Krampus is to keep Tops in line so that way they don't destroy everything, or like they don't, like the whole organization doesn't crumble, at what point do you just have to say, no, we can't salvage this, and Xiao Zhao just has to, go meat-eating bunny and destroy everything?
Yeah. I'd like that, like, sometimes in these games we see them set up a really cool concept, like Krampus being the shot caller of Tops, but they never really capitalize on it. They're like, yeah, this is really neat. It makes the characters seem interesting. Here are the characters. Let's move on. I like them being like, no, we introduced a kill switch for Tops. Let's see what happens if they have to activate the kill switch. And like, can they? Like, does Krampus have the ability and the strength to actually do? And I think they do, but like, not on their own. They're gonna need a proxy buddy to help with all of that. it's going to be chaos. And like, what do they rebuild after that? Could be a really interesting narrative thread that would pair nicely with all the other things we know that are going on with the mayor and people collecting void weapons, and also Yokai's just out doing something.
Yep. Yokai's still out there being goofy.
I still hope that Yokai is not involved with Tops at all. Like, I want it to be two totally separate, problematic things happening at once, so they have more threads they can pull on narratively, and that we can get like a messy.
Well, I mean, he's definitely involved with Tops to some extent, because that video that they released. I was like, I've got bad news for you, but a month ago they canned your theory.
In fact, you talked about it, Eric, a month ago, and said how much you like it. So walk that back. Can you tell it's Monday morning? I can. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm in this place with Premia where like, I really like her character. I like her design. She is clearly, her and Silly Belly are clearly, and I want to use this word carefully, bait before season 3 comes out.
I'm really curious because I think Premia is going to be the first time that they've completely overlapped.
For the most part. Because like we had Seed and Sandby, but at least Sandby had the Aftershock. I think we're going to see Premia the same way Seed and Sandby came out, and Sandby was Aftershock and Seed was Electric Attacker. We're going to have Miyabi Ice and Premia A-Bloom, where like she really cares about A-Bloom instead of just Anomaly. Otherwise,
really? I don't like the way you say A-Bloom. It's a bloom.
A bloom?
Stop overpronouncing the A.
A-Bloom as opposed to B-Bloom. Bloom.
Bloom.
So I think she's going to care much more about a bloom than...
you mean a bloom?
You can just... I'm done. This friendship is over. Those nuggets meant nothing.
The nuggets.
But I agree with you, Brian. I think it's tricky, especially if you've been playing the game for a long time. Because if you've been playing, especially Ice, if you've played since launch and you picked up most of the characters since launch, you probably already have at least 1 or 2 Ice characters that have previously been benched because new Ice DPS characters came out. So it's tough to look down the barrel of another Ice DPS character and be like, I need that. Gotta get that. Without it really being clear that there's a new team being built, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because every gacha does it, and ZZZ's better than most about like creating the flavor of the month boss that requires the newest mechanic.
Yeah.
But like they always kind of lean into it. I don't know if they're going to be like, I don't think there's going to be enough of a mechanic unless they just like outside of something straight up just like this boss only takes damage from Ice Bloom.
Sure.
Like Miyabi is already an Ice Anomaly, so if they give anything that's weak to Anomaly and Ice, Miyabi's just gonna like walk in there and just beat the pants off of them.
And if it's just a Bloom triggers, you just bring Nangong and or Vivian. I think they did a really good thing when they made Sandby's team, because Sandby, like, we've talked a little bit about team building, about like there's flexible characters and there's like less flexible characters. I like a team being less, this is my Silver Soldier Anby team, and more, this is my Electric Aftershock team. Like, and so I've rolled for all the characters that really care about or trigger Aftershock for this character.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So I like the idea, if they're going to do this, like, you're not really rolling for Premia because she's Ice Anomaly. You're rolling for Premia because she's the driver of an Abloom team. And so, like, it's limited because then you need to roll for all 3 characters. But I think that opens up different pathways for, like, building out your account. Because then you can have Miyabi, who really just plays well with anybody who kind of cares about her being on the field. And then you've got this is an enemy who's weak to a Bloom and Ice or whatever. I'm using my like bespoke Ice Anomaly, a Bloom team instead. But that's really hard to do right before season 3 comes out, when they're going to be doing something new anyways, because it's going to be a new season. They're going to want to keep players engaged. They want characters to roll for new characters. She feels a little bit like Hugo in that regard, where like Hugo brought out Totalize, and Totalize is a really cool mechanic that we have not seen since.
Yeah. Once again, another forgotten ice character where they're like, here's an ice character, and everyone just looks over at Miyabi, and she's like, meh.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like,
I'm not worried.
You and I, like, even if there's like a Shiyu defense, is like, look, listen, guys, there's 2 enemies weak to ice. What are you gonna do? And we're like, here's my Yidhari, and or my Ellen Joe, or
what if? Here's how they get you to pull for Promia.
Yeah, she
triggers Miyabi. What if she partners with Miyabi?
Okay.
And just makes Miyabi stronger.
She's a Miyabi.
She's an off-field, a blue. She is the ice version of Vivian and works with Miyabi. So they're like, all right, you guys like Miyabi? We're gonna milk you for all you're worth.
We can't get rid of Miyabi. I would love that. I think that would be fascinating.
Imagine you're playing Miyabi, you're doing your own little thing where you're just invulnerable for the entire combat, flying all over the map, and then there's just Promia, just bird girl, and it just
comes down like Batman. Oh man, yeah. For the 0.6 seconds where Miyabi doesn't have anything to do, so you switch to her real quick, and then switch back to Miyabi again, and just keep. I'm surprised. I think they learned a lot making Miyabi. I'm glad that I have her, because she continues to carry at least 1/3 of in-game modes whenever they come around.
Yeah.
But I am a tiny bit disappointed that they haven't found a way to bench Miyabi yet, because we've just had her for a long time.
Well, I mean, you say that when Miasma Priest is just invulnerable to ice. So that was how they benched her, was just making a character that you just couldn't interact with.
Oh, man.
And then making Miasma Priest the only final boss for Hollow Zero for like 6 months.
Yes.
So you're just like, I'm never bringing Miyabi to this mode.
They have got to start telling me the weaknesses of the final boss of Hollow Zero. I don't like getting to the very end and being like, oh, oops, I shouldn't have brought Yanagi to this.
Vesper's weak to Ether.
Vesper's weak to Ether. But like this last week, the Hollow Zero was the one that was like, it's only one stage, and the final boss was Punch Robot. And I don't remember what Punch Robot's weak to. We only see it once a quarter. Like, he doesn't show up much.
And it's in a goofy mode, so like there's no actual...
Just tell me.
Elemental resistance.
Just like, I know you've suggested, but the annoying part there was like, I want to say Yidhari, or at least a Yidhari team, were the ones that are like boosted that week. So don't boost an agent if they're going to be weak against the final boss of the run I'm trying to do. It just really disincentivizes picking the one that's about a timer. Like, everything else is fine. I can play the game all day. I never pick the one that's like, you only have 3.5 minutes to beat this boss, even though normally that's like 2 minutes overkill for most bosses, because I don't want to walk into a room and then be resistant to my whole team, and I'm like just sitting here.
Yeah, and you're just like, do I have to just redo the whole run?
Awful. Let's talk a little bit about endgame though, because we've had a new round of Shiyu defense come up. Deadly Assault continues to rotate. How are you feeling now about the new Shiyu defense? Stage 5 or whatever, the one that's different.
I found the secret.
Is it Miyabi?
It's Caesar.
Caesar for a time mode for doing damage quick. What's your Caesar solution?
You just makes me happy.
Okay.
I haven't done the most recent
Brian
defense.
said, I don't care about the score if I can just use Caesar. Caesar is such like a tower
I don't even interact with the boss. It's just Caesar running around, just beep, boop, 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 boop,
just
boop.
Standing there in the little opening square. You haven't spawned anything yet. You're just like, and then she can do this and swing her sword, and it's really cool.
Yeah, and then I switch over to Cissia, and she sits on her tail like a little chair.
Isn't it great? I told you she sits on her tail. It's amazing.
I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
As the kids say, they cooked with her, fam. No cap.
She's great. It's once an episode you
6'7",
slang
6'7".
that really dates every episode we put out. People listening to back episodes are gonna be like, "Wow, they were still talking about that," and the answer is yes. I'm actually turning around on the new Shiyu defense. I kind of like that it's requiring you to like play a little bit different and to go really, really aggro early on instead of saving things up for stun windows or like building up to really power through the boss. I do think it's annoying when they introduce bosses that have invulnerability phases on a mode that like not only is it timed, but the timing is slightly obfuscated because it's less about doing it underneath a certain time limit and more about doing it as much as you can while your multiplier is still high. And because a lot of those enemies that have invulnerability periods, it's a random thing. It's not at a set point in their health. If you're trying to eke out a high score, you would need to reset. The best thing for me has been that I don't care about S plus at all. Like, I'm not interested in S plusing and getting 100,000 points for the week.
Yeah, if I get it, cool.
Yeah.
But I've never once retried trying to get S plus if I already had. Heck, last Shiyu defense, I didn't even get S plus. I got to A.
Yeah,
and I was like,
take it.
That's fine.
I got my polys. That's good. I've tried once or twice. I've been like, oh well, I got to like 98,000 or 99,000 even. I bet I could do one more level just a little bit better and clear it. And I got halfway through resetting the level and being like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter.
I think there's also a point where I'm like, you reset the level, so if you end up doing worse, you're like, I've lost. Like, if they made it so like you kept your score and like you could try with like only the same team, and like if you got lower, it didn't like. But the fact that I'm like, I'm already meh on some of it, and the fact that I have to kill the score I've got, and risk it for a higher score, I'm like, nah. I'll take the win. And I mean, I guess technically you can do it. Like, you do it, you get your polys for stuff. S ranking it.
Then try to go for score. I'm with you. I'm like, let me get. I do appreciate like Shiyu defense in that regard. If you stop caring about S plus, if you've got like a seasoned account, getting usually, I'm gonna say usually because sometimes there are these outliers. It's not too hard to at least get like the 25,000 points for each phase. Usually, like I'll get to one, I'm like, wow, this one was really hard, and I'm like, well, let me just use Ye Guang. It's not resistant to physical, so this will be fine, and that usually does the job.
Yeah.
If you can get Ye Guang to pop off, like get her into her alt form during like the first wave of enemies, she can usually obliterate those so fast that you have a lot of time to like get the boss on a high multiplier. Whereas Deadly Assault now feels a lot more like a puzzle than it feels like of just like trying to figure out which agents to put where. And then because Deadly Assault has the bonus points for doing specific things during the fight, it's all about executing those things. But also, like, I'm still learning things. So the most recent Deadly Assault had twin marionettes in it. And the way you can get extra points for twin marionettes is by killing the clones.
Yeah.
And I always got annoyed because there's the phase where like one of the marionettes goes up in the air and she like hurls her clones at you, you know? And like I would just dodge those and keep going.
Oh yeah, you can like
you should be dodge countering.
They don't have
because they linger long enough. You should dodge counter. And most characters, most ice DPS characters, dodge counters are strong enough to kill the clone instantly. And so
especially
Miyabi.
Miyabi.
Miyabi's amazing for twin marionettes too because she's got so much AoE that if that clone is anywhere on the map, it's guns to die.
Yeah, no, that one is definitely one like you can tell was created when Miyabi was still. I mean, she's still peak, but was like it was when they were still trying, like they were still like building stuff for her.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really is like they're all over the place, and you're just like Miyabi's like, well, one, I'm invincible for the next 30 seconds. Two, anything on this stage is taking damage, and you're weak to ice. So bye.
That one that's the one I most consistently don't max out my bonus points for. Like, I'll still get 3 stars on it, but I won't get the full 5,000 points for killing clones because you have to kill a lot of clones. Like, it's a lot.
It's like it's only 500 like points per clone. So yeah, you
I
do
think
have
it's
to
like
kill
350.
like 10
I think it's like even more. Like, it takes a lot. Either way, the number's low. It takes a lot of clones as opposed to like the one anomaly boss that she at one point she jumps up in the air and shoots spikes at you, and if you dodge the spikes and blow them up, if you just do that one phase right, you max out your points. You know.
Yeah, there's a couple bosses that are just like, here's your 5,000 points. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, enjoy.
And then there's other ones of like, you have to spend the whole fight thinking about the mechanic.
Yeah. Vesper, you've got to land at least, like, you've got to hit either the purple rush attack or all the end parts of her chains to get the full points. But Vesper's still like the best boss ever, and I love her, so it's fine. It's whatever. It's no big deal. Yeah. I was gonna ask you this earlier, and that's a good question to ask. Is there any
spicy?
Oh, me too. No. Is there any character that you regret in season 1 or season 2 that you regret currently not having on your account? Knowing I think that list for you is like 3 characters long.
No.
I'm trying to think of ones you don't have. You don't have Hugo, as far as I know.
I don't have.
Every time I say you don't have a character, you go, "Oh, actually, Eric."
No, I don't have Hugo. I don't have
Banyue.
Lighter.
Did you get Banyue, Brian?
I don't have Banyue.
Okay. I was about to say, like, hold on a second, man. I know how you feel about Banyue.
I definitely don't regret Banyue.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is still that fire. Every time that, for whatever reason, fire is always their like experiment.
Yeah.
Element.
Fire is in a weird place right now.
Like, I need a good solid fire character. I have Bernice.
Yeah. But she's secondary.
And she's a secondary, but yeah. I have Evelyn.
Yeah.
And she's again another, like, fire is their fighter characters for a lot of it.
Yeah.
So you have Evelyn, you have Banyue. All of those require actual skill.
And Evelyn,
since
cares
I don't
about
have
chain
that,
cancels.
I like Bernice because she takes no skill.
You hold down attack and then you move on with your life. I like that they updated Bernice and now it's usually more conducive to actually use her hold basic attack or single tap her flamethrower instead of the double tap flamethrower, because you want to apply fire to a lot of places quickly and then swap out again versus like the double flame.
Yeah.
So I like
the double flame is good for just building her meter.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she gets like the spinny fire.
You want the spinny, like her dashing in. I like the new Bernice. I agree with you. I think like I played Evelyn again recently for the event that came through, where you were swapping teams. And used her as a way to practice chain canceling, which astute listeners will be like, Eric and Brian, you guys should have figured out chain canceling a long time ago. You've had Evelyn since launch. Why did it take till now? Because we're morons. But Evelyn doesn't.
Wait, how does Evelyn interact with chain canceling?
Because so much of her damage comes from her chain attacks, you want to be using her chain attack twice before a stun window starts instead of doing like the full 3-character chain.
I don't know how to do that.
You trigger the chain on a character who's not Evelyn, and then when the mode slows down, you can pick between 2 characters. So you switch to Evelyn, and she does a chain attack, and then cancel, switch back to somebody else, trigger stun again, switch to Evelyn, and then you've got Evelyn on the field. The stun window started, and she's done 2 chain attacks in the stun window already. And then you use the hold, like you should have your full meters, then you hold to do a chain attack, and then you dump EX special to do a chain attack, and hopefully you've already ulted, so you're back at 3 again, so you hold again to do another big attack, and you can fit like 6 or 7 in a window if you really dance with it. It's fine, Brian. Don't worry about it. Don't make a fire character for a Sunday.
No, the worst part is I've actually tried to like, especially after you talked about Nangong, I was like, I actively tried. I'm like, I'm not getting it. It's not working.
When you come over this weekend, I'll show you. That's what we'll do. I'll be like, here's what I'm doing. Does this make sense?
Although
now?
I think maybe that's the mistake I was making, is I was doing 2 in the first chain, canceling, and then trying to do a third, and it just wasn't triggering.
No, it's got to be. You've got to trigger the stun without your DPS, like with like Nangong or somebody. Essentially, you trade getting 3 chain attacks from your team for 2 chain attacks from one character. But it ends up being like a damage gain, because usually on your teams you've got one character who does damage and 2 characters who are just kind of helping that happen. I think the only character I regret not getting is Seed, and I wish I could roll for Seed, but I don't have a lot of rolls on my account right now.
And he wants Bird Girl,
and I don't know if I want Bird Girl or not. I'm trying to, like, I've had such bad luck. I'm trying to save up rolls for version 3 so I can comfortably roll for the characters that drop in 3.0 and not dip into my backup supply. You know what I mean? So I might end up putting a tenner on Premia and a tenner on Silly Belly, and then if I don't get them, c'est la vie. I'll get them later.
Well, was Cissia my first? I was like, I will go to pity.
Yeah.
Or I will go to 50-50.
Yeah.
And then I super won 50-50 because I got Rena and her. So I'm like, okay.
I went to 50-50 and didn't. It's like, oh well, here we are. Did you know that she makes noises when you switch her around on her build screen?
Who, Promia?
No, Cissia. Like, as she hisses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it took me another 75 rolls to get her. And I've been using her with Asterial and and Trigger.
Once again.
Okay.
We're really bad at this whole, I'm skipping a character.
I'm going to skip a character.
All right.
Well, here's the thing. Here was my reasoning. The characters we know are coming up after this are an ice character, which I've got covered because I have built Yadhari and I have built Miyabi. And Billy, who's physical, where I have a built Yesheng Wang and I have a built Alice team. The only other Electro DPS I have that isn't Sanbi is Yanagi. And my Yanagi is in the same place your Yanagi is, which is I built her when she first came out and haven't touched her since, and it does not keep up. So I rationalized for myself that, well, I've got to roll for Cissia, so I have another electric attacker when Deadly Assault wants 2 electric attackers.
Eric, you don't have to justify.
She's great. I love her. She's the best. And I don't regret anything at all, except that I don't have enough funds to get Seed to play with her.
Yeah.
And I also didn't go for her W engine, even though it looks cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going for the W engine.
No, I might not do another W engine again until like the next Void Hunter or Void Hunter
until the next
level
like must
comes
have.
out. Yeah. Yeah. If you like what we do, and first of all, we appreciate you listening to us kind of ramble for this episode. We appreciate your understanding. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all those cool things you can do with podcasts on your podcatcher of choice or on YouTube, because we're also on the YouTubes. Our next episode is going to be out on the 30th. No, it's not. This is coming out on the 30th.
This episode will be out on the 30th.
I'm going to do a teaser, Brian. Our episode that comes out after this, the one that's going to come out on May 14th.
What is it?
Going to be a special episode.
What's so special about it?
Should I tell them what it actually is?
No.
Okay, cool. It's going to be a special episode.
What's special about it?
Brian. If a special program comes out between now and then, jump in our Discord. We'll talk about it. We'll kind of talk about all the cool things coming up soon. I mean, we're going to get, hopefully, some teases for part 2 of this epilogue, and we're marching ever closer to season 3.
I'll be interested to see whether or not they actually resolve anything
Yeah.
Or if like this whole 2728 is just going to be set up for 3.
Just create loose ends. Like, I'm okay
What if
with
Ross
that.
Khalifa just like
Falls?
like just crashes into New Eridu?
Yeah. It just like becomes a Sky Hollow. Falls in the New Eridu.
Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Oh God, no! It's a floating city.
We're gonna be downstairs talking to, and we're gonna hear a crashing sound in our bedroom, and we're gonna go up there, and Ross Khalifa is gonna be in our bed, and we're gonna be like, "Ah, man."
We're gonna be talking to who?
Wiggle. We're just gonna be downstairs talking to Wiggles, and
We won't be talking to him, Eric, because as people have been going back and forth, it's like it does feel like maybe they'll kill Wonk.
Dude, I will be absolutely shocked. I would love to be shocked by this. I've never seen a gacha game do something like that before, but it would be really fascinating.
Yeah.
To have them turn.
Yeah. I think it's more likely what other people like the one time they've had a switch to the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll happen for a little while, but I don't think they're going to get rid of them just because, like you said, they're too much of everything is about them being together.
Yeah. There was some talk about like something happens to the character you're playing, so you have to play as the other character for a little while. Yeah, something happens to Bella, so you have to play as Wobbuffet for a little while. But like, even if they do something like that, it would have to be self-contained. They would do like a little pop-up that says like, "Hey, heads up, the next part of the story needs to be played continuously, and it's a little long, so give yourself time to play." Because there's no way they'd let that carry over between chapters. It would be like the dissonance would be too much, and people would get frustrated because you'd have to play as Wiggloff instead of
Wango Unchained.
Exactly. All right, Brian. Until next time.
Chicken nuggets.
Dude, I would demolish some chicken nuggets right now.